What is podcasters? Welcome back into another
Yeah,
aviation
yeah.
podcast. And in
Yeah,
today's podcast, we've got the men's in the uniform, them chamas of them ladies. Guys, how are you feeling? Let's start off. All right.
No, it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's windy as PE.
Yeah.
It's tricky. You can never trust PE weather. But yeah, otherwise we're good. We're good.
How was your day, though?
No, my day was alright. I mean, it was an early start today, but yeah, it was alright.
My brother, right there?
Good. I've also had a good day. I was a bit down earlier this week with a fever, but yeah, been recovering and so was happy.
Recovered.
Yeah.
How did you catch the fever?
I don't know. I think it's something to do with the weather because lots of people have been complaining
Hey,
actually.
you shouldn't just blame the weather, man.
Yeah.
Maybe he was somewhere he
But
was
you
not
were
supposed to
pilot,
be.
you're closer to the sky. So you catch the wave.
Maybe. That is actually influence like your body.
Yeah, it does actually. It does.
Fine.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Yeah.
Okay.
Because like basically, I think man was not made to fly. So like going to fly is something different for our body, and it takes some adjusting to get to. Yeah.
Don't you
So-
guys get training before getting into flight school?
Yeah, we even learn about it and what actually the atmosphere does to our body. So I think learning about it is sort of training as well, so that we prepare ourselves for whatever we might face when we're up
For
there.
sure.
Mhm.
Okay, talking about that, I think when I also first started in Madiba, I think one of the challenges I had was dealing with air sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the common way of you guys having to deal with that? Did you guys had to go through like the same experience?
I think the other thing is you just need to get used to it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
first time you feel it, then as you go, I think it also comes with the experience. The more you do it, the more you get used to it as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Don't you guys have phobias or like scared of heights or
Ah,
spaces? Imagine a pilot being scared of heights.
No.
Yo.
I'ma be honest, like the first time, especially when I started, because I got here and like the first few times I went on a flight, I was like, yo, why did I start this? This is crazy. Some crazy.
Scared of heights.
Yeah. No, at that point, like because it was my first time like being at the actual controls of a plane, I was like, this is crazy. I didn't expect it to be this intense. So like it took some time to get used to it. But the air sickness thing, I think some people it's harder for them to adjust. And I've heard of a lot of people that have actually had to stop or cut their career short because they couldn't fly because of air sickness. So it's a serious
I
thing.
think one of the ways I actually cured it was just bubble gum before flight, just eating bubble gum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
But
a
how-
bit of
how-
Red Bull or something.
Red
just,
Bull.
just
Ah,
Yeah.
chief.
Just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
And then you're gonna
Have-
throw it up mid-air.
no, it gives you wings. Then you also
Yeah,
now you have
yeah.
double wings. Now you
And
see.
also shout out to Red Bull. We're actually
Yeah.
close to Red Bull, so shout out to Red Bull. And
Okay.
also, what I want to ask is, what are the like minimum requirements of having to get into piloting?
Yeah. I think he will tell you better for that because he works as a
Okay,
cadet.
for-
Yeah.
For PPL, yeah. So the starting, as your starting point is actually PPL, which is actually called a private pilot license. So the minimum requirements would be you should be 16 years old, but then you 17 for you to actually get the PPL license. Then we have 8 theoretical exams which you need to pass. This pass mark is 75%. And yeah, then about 45 to 60 hours of flying time, of which 15 hours solo. The other ones are dual. Then
That's for private pilot, right?
that's
Mm.
for private pilot. Yeah.
What about commercial pilot?
So for a commercial pilot, you'd have to get to 200 hours. And then, of course, that's also broken up into segments. So of those 200, about 100 need to be PIC, which is pilot in command time. So
Yeah.
that's you essentially flying at the controls without sort of your instructor. I know some schools allow your instructor to be there, but he should not help you at any point during the flight. So
Just, observe.
exactly.
Do you guys get the same training or same aircraft when you're practicing?
Yeah, although, okay, that could be a tougher question to answer, but you sort of change aircraft as you progress. Other people start on the smaller aircraft like the 152 and the 150, and then you essentially move on to the one that's behind us here, the 172, and then over time you go to a complex aircraft now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want you guys to like tell me like, how was your first solo flight? Like what was going through your mind from the start to finish? I'm gonna start here with Michael.
My first actually was exciting because I was looking towards actually flying solo. Like I couldn't wait to do it, and the day I did it, it was nice and calm, no wind, nothing. amazing. It was amazing because you see, even before this solo flight, now your instructor's telling you everything what to do. Now, once you do that, he's sitting in the aircraft, yes, but he trusts you now. It's like go. That's why even to answer the question that you asked about commercial, once you get your PPL, you have a license. You're a pilot. You get. They can let you go out by yourself. You know.
Reason why I'm asking that, it comes to my next question is, don't you have the pressure, knowing that you have passengers at the back seat and then everyone's dependent on you, like everyone's lives is in your hands. You can't make any mistakes. If something happens, it's all in your hands.
I think by the time you get your PPL, that fear should leave you because now you are working. As you're doing your PPL, you're working towards actually working for the airlines. So that's something that's because now, yes, the pressure is there because you see, like with flying, the law applies like everything we do. You can't, let's say, be intoxicated while flying. They even arrest you. So there's so many things, like even with these commercial airlines, he can depart Port Elizabeth, land in Joburg, test him, find out he was intoxicated, they will arrest him. He's getting arrested. So it's something that it's not about you anymore with this career. It's not about you because, as you said, you're carrying lives.
For sure.
For sure.
And when it comes to like school-related subjects, high school-related, like what subject you think or feel like as if you do these subjects, then you also have like an advantage when it comes to like having to deal with theory part of piloting, you know. So
I think honestly geography would help. I didn't do geography secondary, but I see the importance of it. So geography, some physics and some math, just so that it gets you rolling when you get to subjects, because we've got subjects like principles of flight, which are more closer like to physics and all that, and even just subjects like navigation or ATG, just stuff that you'd need like some quick math as well in. So
But you're not restricted because you didn't do geography. It doesn't mean that you can't.
Exactly.
You're not restricted.
But then you should know about the wind turbulences.
Because you learn that here as well.
Exactly.
Those 8 theoretical subjects, you learn that. But then I think you just have an upper hand. If you did it in school, you just have an upper hand.
Because now I'm thinking about, this is the off-topic related content. I'm thinking about the things that happen in the Bermuda Triangles. You know, guys?
I've heard a few things there.
They
So
say that there's like some sort of wind turbulence or something that's got to do with the do you know the wormhole in the Bermuda Triangle?
I know a bit about it. I've heard a bit about it, but
it affects the turbulence with the planes and stuff. When they crash out.
I honestly don't think there's proper like solid scientific proof towards that. Maybe it's just some of the old stuff that comes from people's minds, but we have heard a lot of ships getting lost there, especially back in the day. But I just haven't really studied it out honestly, like to find out what is there.
Just curiosity.
And how's like also coming back to that educational side, like how do you guys find it? Like, is it easy or is it more of I'm just learning through it as I'm going, with time? Like, how is it? Because remember, you guys mentioned the 75% pass mark. So how do you actually have to balance that side of part of, I have to study and I also have a life outside of school as well?
It's definitely not easy. That's one thing I can tell you. You have to put in the work.
Your life is set aside there. It's this first. Life later. Because look, yes, we're guys. Maybe you might want to do something. You might want to hang out with your friends, but at the same time, you have that exam waiting for you as well. I mean, you would choose the exam over that. Because you see, the thing is, like, I would give you an example, like even PPO itself, it doesn't have a proper time frame, One can finish in 6 months, one can finish in 8 months, one can finish in a year, one can finish in 2 years. This will be dependent on you yourself. So if you try to mix life and that, it will always take you longer, despite the fact that PE weather slows you down as well, because it really does. Because you see, you wake up in the morning, you're ready to fly, now it's training. Now it's the wind. Like today, it's a sunny day, but it's
not
the wind. You see, so it's always something with the weather. So
for sure.
I think that's also like a good part that you guys mentioned, Uti. You know, when you're doing your PPL, so like that the time frame of you having to complete your exam. So now, if for instance I go full time, and I just spend most of my time studying, and then I just get out. Oh, actually, that's a question for you guys. How did you guys do it? Did you knock out your exams first or flying? The flying part, because I know there's theory and the practical, which is flying.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
or you balance between each other.
Like I did it differently. There was a time where I was just writing exams, but then I later found out that it was a mistake as well.
Yeah.
I would have rather balanced it out because it's actually taken me longer now to
Sure.
complete. Because like the beginning of this year, like for 4 months, January to up to May, I was just like, okay, let me push the exams. No, now you it's lagging now on one side. Now you see,
Yeah.
you'd be like, okay, I've done that, but then now you like to have 10 hours. While if you can try to balance it on a bad day, you do exams instead. You see something like that. But yeah, I mean, people are different. Others will do it together. Others would say, okay, let me do this. Sometimes it's also dependent on your instructor. Instructor will be like, okay, you've done this subject. Now fly some more before, or write the subject first before we go back to the aircraft. You get so sometimes it's also dependent on your instructor as well. So it's my experience would be wouldn't be his experience, wouldn't be my other pilot friends' experience. Yeah, so something like that. It's different for everyone. Someone will tell you that, me, I wrote exams in 4 months.
Sure.
Someone will tell you that, oh, okay, because you see, you also consider the financial aspect of this career as well. Someone will be like, oh, okay, I have money to write exams, but I don't have money to fly.
Yeah.
So that person would obviously write his exams first.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 I see.
What inspired you guys to become pilots? Let's start on you.
Okay, for me, I think even before we started this, I told you that I've always wanted to fly from a young age.
Yeah.
So before coming to AGOA, before joining AGOA Flying Club, I did something else, but I think it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
I think this is for me now.
Yeah,
Flying
yeah.
is for me.
Yeah.
So I've been. It's been a journey, but
Yeah.
Everyone wishes to be a pilot at a young age. I don't know where the dream.
yeah,
It looks cool. Like
Yeah.
when you think it looks cool. I think I even remember I used to dream of flying, but like
Yeah.
unless I was actually able to fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you know what? Let me actually go and check out the schools. And then when I saw like the financial side of things, I was like,
Speaking
yo.
about the financial side, can you disclose on?
Yeah, so I want to intertwine that with the actual school. Why Algoa? Why did you guys choose this specific school, Algoa?
Yeah.
And also like what are the prices breakdown from the PPL to commercial?
Okay, so I'll just firstly say for me, I didn't actually want to be a pilot from when I was younger. Firstly, I always thought I would be an accountant like that. So the decision to become a pilot came later on in life for me personally. But then it was just out of curiosity because you'd see this plane, and let's just be honest, planes are fascinating. Like, how is this big metal tube just flying? So I think it's just out of interest of that, and like constant interest, and then I just developed this love for it, but later on in life, like later on in high school for me. So then to your question now of like financial and why I'll go. So for me, actually, I started my PPL across the road first with Madeira, then I only moved here to Algoa, of course, to finish, because I found, of course, this was a better place to finish for me. And I wouldn't like to set an exact price, but I'll just say roughly for your PPO, because it differs from school to school and conditions to conditions, and other learners are, let's say, slower or faster than others. So roughly for a PPO, just safely, you can say 200,000 maybe runs, and then for a CPO as well, I'll just say safely maybe in total 500,000 runs. Yeah.
And how much is that in total? It's like 700K.
Yeah.
Total package.
Yes. So that's safely. Yeah. It could be more, it could be less, depending on how.
But it depends. Because you see, the other, like I remember I mentioned that those other dual flights.
Sure.
If your instructor is not happy, you repeat that flight. You'll be like, let's
So you
do it
pay extra.
again. So
Yeah.
you see, so you can put that limit, but then you end up overshooting it.
Exactly.
So
And other schools will quote you other prices. So
Yeah.
what I'm quoting could actually be on a very much lower side than what you'd
What other
actually.
schools?
So
Yeah.
you can go over a million.
because
Easily over
Like,
a million.
Yo.
all these schools are different. different. You go to Johannesburg, the flying schools there, the
Yeah.
prices are different. You come here, the
Exactly.
prices are different. So you wouldn't really put a markup, but then an estimate would be the
What,
figures.
what
that
about people who
they've
are like
given.
less privileged, who don't have funds to fund this?
Like-
Is there like bursaries or
in South Africa, there are a lot of bursaries. Actually, it's
Yeah.
also sad that some people don't use them. They just
Yeah,
and
because they
they're-
don't
they're-
know about
yeah,
them,
there
that's
are a
the
lot of
thing.
bursaries here.
Yeah.
There are a lot. There
So
are quite
what?
a lot.
So what should you do to obtain?
Actually, like for AGOA, what they normally do is that you come here,
Yeah.
you show the interest, they'll give you the forms, you fill them up and everything. You go back to, let's say, Standard Bank. Standard Bank also offers this bursaries. So
Yeah.
maybe let's use an example of Standard Bank. You go there. Obviously, now they write you a letter
Yeah.
telling AGOA that okay, yes, this is one of our students that we maybe want to help with the pilot training. You
Yeah.
attach that, you come back here, and that the process starts like that.
But it all depends on your marks and
Not of course you bring in. You might need to bring your school results,
yeah.
and obviously your identification, mode of identification, so that they really
Yeah.
identify you. But as we
It's easy as
said,
that.
we said that the subjects you do in high school are not really dependent on you flying.
So if you didn't do maths and science,
Y-
it's no problem.
They will still they would consider you. It's not a restriction,
Uh-huh.
but it's a plus if you did some of these subjects.
So there you have it, guys. Anyone can become a pilot, and anything's
But
possible.
now it's not easier. Of course, now
Yeah.
let's say if you're failing high school maths, then this wouldn't be the right career as well. Because
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
the subject is a matter of like having you to have that advantage.
Yeah.
Rather than having, let's say, maybe you did your accounting side of things, and then you come into physics, then a transition becomes harder because now you have to study
Yeah.
physics.
Yeah,
through
yeah.
aviation.
Because there have been guys who have been told here, even here with Goa Flying Club, they've been told that okay, I think flying is not for you. Here's your money. The flying.
yeah.
Because you can come there, you say, of course, you don't come with the exam results or high school subjects or whatnot, and then you just don't make it here with the exams in aviation. So yeah, it is
And
possible.
I also think coming to another part is people confuse like your private pilot license with your commercial. So I think you get paid when you have your commercial, and then your private pilot is just maybe if you wanna maybe travel around like in your small aircraft.
Yeah.
Just you guys break down.
Remember,
that for us.
I think he'll jump in the commercial so that we're both speaking.
So you
So-
drive commercial too?
I'm going to start. Yeah.
Commercial. So,
Yeah.
like with private pilot license, I mentioned it's the starting point. It's teaching you how to fly. You cannot get paid. I can't take you on a flight and you pay me.
Yeah.
Again, they'll arrest me or take my license. You get.
Yeah.
But I can take you as a passenger. We can go fly. We can go fly with commercial now. Now the money is now getting paid now for your services.
Sure.
So that's the major difference between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And have you also like started with your like? I think you mentioned commercial. Have you started with your multi-engine?
No, I'm actually planning on just doing a single engine commercial pilot license because I just want to do it with an IFR rating, which is an instrument rating. Yeah, so that's my plan because I plan on returning back to Zambia where you can basically get a good job with just a single engine. Yeah, so that's my plan for now. In future, I will of course add the multi-engine rating because it is very important. But yeah, for now, for the near future, I just want to do my
And what do
single.
you think the difference will be in terms of like single engine and multi?
Yeah, there is a difference. I've talked to a lot of people that have done their multi, and you can tell when you have two big rotating things. Yeah, it's much more different than something like this. More power, more things to think about. Because when let's just say one engine dies on this thing, you can sort of at least glide, or you think of just gliding to the ground. But maybe with a multi-engine, you then have to factor in the fact that you're only getting power from one side. So you must then control the aircraft with power only coming from one side, and
Can't glide on that.
you can glide, but it's going to be harder to maintain sort of a safer attitude with
Yeah.
power only from one side, because it's going to
Yeah.
keep you turning to one
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Exactly. So
How
yeah,
many engines does this
Single
have?
engine.
just single engine, just the one with a rotating
Somebody
prop.
just the single one, and then if it's multi, you normally have it on the side.
Yeah,
Counter,
But also what I want to ask, another question that was interesting is like, I want to become a pilot, but I'm scared. But if or a fear of like people. Oh, I don't want to fly. What if it's a bad weather? Like it's stormy. It's cloudy. I can't see nothing. I think there's this. Is it IFR?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Instrument rating.
IFR. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like walk us through it. Like how do pilots like get through the challenge of we can't see outside visually, but the system is there to help us as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't lie to anyone. It's not something easy. It's something actually to be scared of, because people have died just like flying themselves into mountains because they couldn't see outside. They simply couldn't see outside. So that's why we go through the training to actually get ourselves acquainted with these things and to, I think, grow confidence in the instrument. So the big thing about instrument rating or instrument flying is learning to trust your instruments, because you clearly can't see anything, or you can't see anything outside rather. So you must trust what the aircraft is telling you and believe it. So coming back to the thing you talked about earlier about the body and people not being used to fly. So when you are in an aircraft and you cannot see anything outside, and let's say you start to turn or something, your body tells you something different, because your body is not used to not being on the ground. So there are instances of where you would be in a turn, but your body is saying you're actually level or still going straight when you're turning. Because remember, you get your balance as well from your ears, and of course your eyesight gives you balance. So when you can't see anything, your brain will be telling you nonsense, but something else. Exactly. So now, yes, exactly. You're getting it. When you see the instruments there and they're telling you that they're turning, you must trust that you're turning. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So let's say now I'm just anybody that's interested. I'm in high school. I'm interested in aviation. So how do I enroll with what you call this a flight school? How do I enroll with the flight school?
Or where should you start?
What's the procedure? Like I want to enroll. I want to check out the school. I want to check out the prices. Like where do I start actually?
Like AGOA, we have work shadow programs that way. So if you're interested, you can come here. Spend a day. We just monitor what's going on. We will take you. We'll give you a tour. We'll go to tower, the Met office. You jump into an aircraft with one of the instructors. Take you for a flight so that you actually feel. And maybe you were just thinking about it, but you're not really interested. So after that tour, now it's up to you to decide. But normally at Goa, we do have those work shadows, and sometimes they don't have to even come here. Sometimes we actually visit schools as well, high schools, talk to these kids. Because remember, as I said, starting point is 16 years old. So you see, you're writing your matric. This is something that you're considering doing. Now this will give you all the information that you need, and give you a tour and a flight.
Yeah.
Do you guys do?
They're giving you a flight,
but you need to be here. We need to show interest. The CA also doesn't like it the way you just you show up, we give you a flight, you never come back. It's also a waste. You see.
Do you guys do like school visits as you?
Yeah, we do school visits. That's why I'm asking the question that as a Goa, yes, we do that here as well. We visit other schools visit us. We take them around. Give them a good tour.
So a good starting point I'll just say is also maybe I know Algoa has a website, so you just Google Algoa, flyingclub.com, and when it comes up, just take a look at the website. I think try to contact the school, and I think we'll be more than willing to have you here. Come through for sure.
In terms of like payments, do you like pay it in full or you can do installments?
Payment is done in installments. That's the thing. So you see, like as I was mentioning those figures here, like for people 200,000, someone will be like, "Hey, I need 200,000 now." But
how many cars?
But you see now, what normally happens is that, like for AGOA, the other flight schools, yes, you need to pay everything. So, but as for AGOA, you pay, you give them an installment of maybe 40,000. You fly, you add another 10. You add as you go. They'll tell you, okay, you have depleted your account. Add a little bit of money. You add then as you go. That's why, to come back to your question, this is now with this installment, it also be dependent on how long it will take you. Because maybe you can't compare. People are different. Someone will bring the full amount. Someone will come with the installments. Automatically, those people will finish the PPO licenses
in
in a different time frame.
span,
Yeah.
But now
Yeah.
the question is it worth it? Like, do you guys get paid
You know,
enough so that you
remember I
can
answered
make
you about
extra money?
PPO.
Yeah,
Remember I answered this question that for PPO you don't get paid.
yeah.
You're
Still
just
training,
investing in
yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
You're training there.
But now you finish the whole training course and then you get to flying.
Yeah.
Is the salary or income worth
You know,
it?
for PPO, no.
Yeah.
There's no income for PPO.
Yeah, but for CPO, I think what you're asking about is when you actually finish the
Yeah.
training. I could say yes. It's not different to any other industry. When starting off, of course, it's going to
Yeah.
be rough. You have to fight your way through, like in any other
Give me
industry.
figures.
I honestly can't give you figures because I've never
Yeah.
We're
got
not there
any
yet.
specific figure from
Like me and
anyone.
him, we haven't been paid yet for these
Yeah.
services.
Yeah. Okay, we've had stories of, let's say, the SAF air pilots that were on strike, and we saw the figures that were quoted in
Yeah.
it. Those figures looked crazy, but
Yeah.
because I think something like 1.5 million a year for the SAF air pilots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what was posted, but by SAF air themselves.
1.5 divided by 12.
Yo.
Yeah, it was over 100,000 K something, and that was SAF air themselves that
Per
posted.
month.
Yes. That was Sapphire themselves that posted that. But yeah, I can give you exact figures for maybe somebody starting off because I just honestly wouldn't know.
Thinking, reason why I'm asking this question, maybe someone does a loan
Mm-hmm.
per se to do the license and stuff. Now to pay back the money, will your salary be enough to cover up?
That's the
loans
thing.
and stuff?
I wouldn't know how long it would take,
Yeah.
especially when starting off.
Because remember, as any other job, even you can go to university, do a good course. We do the same course. Let's say we're both doing economics.
Yeah.
I get employed. You don't get employed, but we finished the same time. You get same thing with this thing. We can finish the same time. One gets offered a job, the other one isn't. So what if I took a loan and I'm the one who's not offered the job C? So it's tricky. It's a tricky question as well.
Yeah.
It's a tricky question. It doesn't have a guarantee, but when it happens, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yo, I think taking out the loan like to do actual training is actually might be like a difficult thing actually. Yeah,
Exactly.
It's might put you like in a whole other seat back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, what if you think you have passion for it, but then like other unforeseen like events happen. now.
Like I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
There's a school here in PE, not Ago. Yeah. I had a friend who came there. The government sent him to do this flying thing, but they gave him 6 months. Out of these 6 months, he was supposed to finish his exams and his flying. And
Everything paid for.
And we started at the same time. And
Yeah.
they said the job is lined up for you already. You know.
Yeah.
But as we mentioned, when we were just starting, weather happened.
Yeah.
He didn't finish. He
Yeah.
didn't finish, and they pulled out because they had given him 6 months. So he went back home with nothing.
Depending on the
Yes.
weather, no, they can't extend.
That was their agreement. They told him, "You're coming to Port Elizabeth,
Yeah.
6 months." 6 months, and this happened this year. Yeah?
Yeah.
6 months, he didn't complete. They pulled him out. They told him that okay, we're going to do this with someone else. You know,
Yeah.
so it's tricky.
Yeah.
And it's
So
very
imagine if it was a loan now.
yeah.
Now the bank is there.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to find a bank like a financial institution that's
Yeah.
willing to just sponsor,
Yeah.
because there are
Sponsor
thousands
everyone.
of people that want the exact same opportunity.
Yeah.
So you must have to prove your point really to get that money out of a bank.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a bank gives you 1.5 million just.
Exactly.
Bruh.
And also,
For
like,
long, that-
what are the plans
too
though?
hard.
Like, okay, what are the plans? Are you planning to become a flight instructor after like, your training, or get into airline? Like, what's the plan? What's the future plan?
My plan to build hours. Yeah, I think my colleague here might have mentioned that when we're finishing commercial, you have only 200 hours, but you go to Fly Safari, Airlink, South African Airways. They're telling you we need 5,000 hours. But you're finishing your commercial with 200 hours.
Yeah.
You see. So the instructor route is a route that will actually give you hours at the same time you're getting paid for it.
Sure.
Because now you're an instructor. Yes, it will cost you to get the instructor rating, but then now you're getting paid for it. So we have different routes. I'll give you an example of this school alone. There are people here who own aircrafts. So they'll just fly their own aircraft. That's the.
Yo,
So you see,
that's
so we're
crazy.
different. We're all
Yeah,
different. So
yeah.
my plan wouldn't be their plan, wouldn't be his plan. Like I
Mm.
know a friend who just finished and is just flying his own aircraft. You see.
Yeah.
So,
How much would it cost to purchase one of these?
like his aircraft, I'm not sure. I didn't ask him.
I
how
know
much
one
it
of these, if you're getting from, let's say, America, maybe 150,000, 200,000 USD.
Or
US dollars.
Yeah, so that's what, 2 million rands, something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2 million
Yeah,
rands.
Then
that's
con-
cool.
But that's second hand, and it's probably going to need some maintenance or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that,
So-
especially for a
Second
172.
hand one is
Yeah.
2 point something million.
Yeah, especially for a 172. Yeah,
And what
2
if it's
million.
brand new?
Yeah,
So,
brand new.
Going around five.
Nah, way more than that. I wouldn't give you an exact figure because I haven't checked in a long time.
Yeah.
I was actually just checking for another type that's closer to this. That's why I came up with that figure.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think 2 million runs safely, or 3 million runs can get you a good second-hand 172.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is a pilot license for these aircrafts the same as a helicopter?
No, you have to do different training. Although the SSCA has made it easier for people that want to switch.
Yeah.
So let's say you have a PPA already on fixed wing. This is what we call fixed wing.
Yeah.
I think you just have to do a few more. I don't have the exact
It's
amount of
actually 100
hours.
It's
Uh-huh.
100 hours.
Yeah, so
So
100
That's
hours.
the same 200.
Mhm.
There you just need 100 hours because
Okay.
you already have this one.
Yeah.
So I think they've
It's
made
100
it easier
hours.
to switch. So. Mhm.
talking about someone that owns an aircraft, I'm thinking now. So if you know someone that owns an aircraft, and he's willing to help in terms of like the flying part, you'd actually get to pay cheaper for actually flying. I'm thinking that, and then you just take care of the side of the theoretical side of part, and then for the flying part, and then that's when.
Not really, because now you have to do a PPO first before this phase. Because remember, you need your instructor. You need to have an instructor, and this is what we call an ATO. So there's a process for that. But
Yeah.
when you have your PPO, like what these guys are doing, those friends of mine,
Mm,
they did the PPO, then went to fly the aircrafts. That's something different. Because now they're building ours.
sure.
They're doing their commercial. They're writing the exams. They're just flying every day just to build those hours. Just you see.
Now let's say someone goes out and buys a plane without any license or
Nah,
experience.
illegal.
Wait.
No,
Yeah.
shit.
My
Yeah.
question
No.
is,
Wait.
How are you guys allowed to just drive out? Do they ask, do you have a license? Or
Yes, they
anything?
do. Actually, I'll give you an example of someone
Yeah.
who owns 2 aircrafts behind this hangar.
Yeah.
He has his SPL,
Yeah.
so an SPL is a student pilot license. So he said, "Okay, gentlemen, I have an SPL. Use my aircraft
Yeah.
while I'm working towards
Uh,
my PPL."
Yeah.
So he can buy it. He has the money,
But he can't drive it.
but he can't fly it without an instructor at that point until he gets his PPL
Yeah.
and continues, And
Yeah.
you see, the thing is also it's not also just about getting this PPL.
Yeah.
It's about keeping it,
Yeah.
because you can have one, then it might expire. There's a whole process there. See,
To get another one.
you need to renew it, revalidate it.
Yeah.
So it's a whole process there.
Now I'm thinking about those kind of people who smuggle planes or smuggle drugs and things. Do those guys have licenses and stuff? Obviously they don't.
But you're talking about that Stellenbosch accident.
Or the one with
The one who
guy
was
had it.
smuggling drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and crashed.
the guy was a pilot.
I'd like to
license.
believe he had to get a license because
Yeah.
you would have to still learn how to fly the aircraft. So I'd like to believe, and I think I followed that story a bit. He had
Yeah.
a license. I'm pretty sure he was a professional pilot. Then he
Yeah.
stopped being a professional pilot, so he had a license. Yeah.
You see, like after you fly with the airlines and everything, you
Yeah.
can come here, be an instructor,
Yeah.
So
Just take out a plane and go flying.
yeah.
So for pilots, I think pilot license, it has a renewal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need to come in after every how many years?
So for a PPO, I know that the first renewal, it's the first year after your actual tests to get your private pilot license. Thereafter, it's every 2 years. And then for a CPO, so let's say I get my CPO this month or next month, it's every year I must renew it.
Yo, right?
And then for some ratings on your CPO, you must renew them as well. Like the instrument rating that we're talking about, you must renew it as well.
So those exams, you're still studying, you're still doing everything.
Yeah.
The studying never stops.
Yeah.
Once you start it never stops.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I think I have. Actually, I think I'm gonna ask one more. How was it like having to like learn radio? Like, how was radio? Yo, I'm quite sure you
Start with
guys are
your
like hearing like
experience,
a lot
yeah?
of people speaking, like there's so many people
Yeah.
speaking all around. Like, what's happening? How did you guys get through radio?
Yeah, honestly, it sounded like a lot of gibberish when I was first
Yeah.
starting. It took me some time to get it, but like,
Yeah.
you know, those extra hours alone at home, you're speaking to yourself, people
Yeah.
thinking you're mad actually pay off. Because, like, there's standard phraseology that we use and that you have to get used to. You don't speak to people the way you speak
We're
in
speaking
planes.
now.
Yeah, you don't speak like that. So I think it's just getting used to it and studying it out and just perfecting it. That's what made it easy for me. Like something simple like making a call to go to the general flying area was something so hectic for me. But now I can do it like as I'm just walking. Yeah, so I think it's just with practice and over time you get to do it, especially when you start to actually fly a lot to the place and just get used to the surroundings. Then it sticks in you.
And I think another thing, yeah, despite that, as much as that's true, and it is true because you need to practice a lot, the tower as well know that these are students.
Yeah.
So they're not that strict as well.
Especially
they're
when
big lenient.
starting off.
They can
Yeah.
actually correct you that, okay, in future,
Yeah.
like it happened to me before, like 3 weeks ago, they actually said, okay, in future, make this call, not this one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why they become friendly. Just to
They
help
know
you
that
through,
you're student. Of course, you don't have to do it regularly,
Yeah.
but then when you make a mistake, they understand that this is a student. Because once you're calling out, like you see this one, this is Zulu Sierra Mike Bravo Papa, yeah? So that's the abbreviation, that's the registration for this aircraft. Once you're calling in that, okay, this is Zulu Sierra Mike Bravo Papa, they know that that's an Agua aircraft.
Yeah.
And
They-
it's probably
they
a student
know,
flying
and it's a
it.
student flying it.
Yeah.
So they're not strict. You need to be professional about it because now they're also the airlines they're calling in. So, you know,
You need,
but
I think it's a good
But they understand that
this
this is a
airlines
student.
and all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually great.
Yeah.
And I think another one to just close it off on is how is it like to be a pilot? Like when you tell people like I'm a pilot, or even like women, I'm a pilot. What's the reaction?
Aura.
Yeah, aura.
Yeah. Aura
Yeah.
farming.
No, I'll take that one.
I don't know. I don't go around telling people that hey, I'm a pilot. But yeah, of course, when you do tell people that that's what you actually do, I think there's a lot of interest in the thing because you don't get lots of pilots around. So I think it's fair to say that we are looked upon in a certain way, which I think is good. It's good sometimes to have that feeling around you,
Yeah.
but. Yeah,
I might disagree with you a little bit that it's good because you see now, other people might put you in a certain category. Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, you're telling maybe like a fellow group of men that you're a pilot and you don't know that they're thugs. They will attach you to money. They will link you that okay, this one has money.
Yeah.
You see, so I think it's not kind of good as well just to announce it as well.
Yeah,
It's not a good thing.
Definitely don't
It's
just
not a
announce
good
it. There's
thing.
no
Just to be
point
like,
to
"No,
do
no, I'm
that.
a
Think about
pilot."
women now.
Yeah.
Same thing, they'll be like, hey, now we have money now. You
Yo.
see, it's the
Feel-
same
feel
thing,
the
not knowing
table.
that it's the training phase.
Yeah.
The money is not there
Yeah,
yet.
as soon as they see you, they want to see bang.
Yeah, they're like,
Yo.
hey, you see, so
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys also forgot to give us your names. For the
yeah, that's true. Okay, I'm Ben. Full name is Benedicto,
Yeah.
but to make it easier for other people, it's just Ben.
Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Isaiah Smuko. Isaiah.
Are you guys from
Smuko.
both from South Africa?
No.
No.
I'm from Zambia.
Zambia,
And I'm from Malawi.
Malawi.
Hmm.
So there's actually a lot of people outside of South Africa coming in to study here.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think for South Africa, it has an advantage. First of all, yes, despite the fact that we're flying certified aircrafts, like when you see the Zulu Sierra, automatically you know that that's a certified aircraft, and the cost is a little bit cheaper compared to you going to fly in the UK.
Yeah.
Well, now we're talking about different same thing you're doing here, but then the cost
Yeah.
cost is maybe triple of what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And
There are other people who actually come from those countries, come here, then go back.
yeah, and in Africa, I think South Africa has really done well for itself.
Yeah.
So having a South African license is, I think, well respected around the world. If you're thinking
Not
of your
just in
future,
Africa.
yeah.
That's good.
If you're thinking of your future and would like to get, let's say, an EASA license, which is a European license, I think it would be easier to switch from, let's say, a South African license or from, just an example, a smaller country like mine, Zambia's license. And even in Zambia, I think at the moment we're still having problems with giving out CPOs. I don't think you can get a CPO in Zambia. A PPO I know, yes, but a CPO no.
Actually, same
Yeah,
thing.
and even the cost, just like he talked about, even in my country for a PPO, it's extremely expensive. Yeah, but in South Africa, because you have a lot more people doing it, a lot more schools offering it, so the prices are a bit more competitive. Yeah, and even more manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, actually, to actually agree with what he's saying, there was a guy who flew in 3 weeks back. He came from the US, so he yeah, we are controlled by what the South African Civil Aviation. Yeah, there is the FAA. He saw our exams. He was like, "You guys write hard exams." You see, so
That's something I've heard as
these
well.
guys,
Yeah.
these guys don't play. Hey, they are frying us here, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so is it
Yeah.
SAA?
The South African Civil
Yeah,
Aviation.
so
yeah.
they're
They're
more
tough.
stricter.
They don't play.
Yeah.
The 74 year failed. You
I
see,
thought maybe that is why you guys went
those
like,
ones, the FAA 70 is a pass mark. You see,
Yeah.
so and the exam itself, hey,
And I hear for them, especially for the, is it the CPO one? I might be
combined.
wrong. Yeah, it's
Some
just
of them they're
one
combined,
big
yeah. It's
exam.
just one
Yeah,
big thing.
I might be wrong,
We're
but
writing
yeah.
it differently. Like one,
Yeah.
you have to write
Yeah.
meteorology, you're writing flight planning. Them sometimes it's a combined exam. So we are writing 8 exams. I think they're writing less. That's why when he saw our syllabus, he was like, "Hey, you guys!"
Yeah,
That
you guys are getting
yeah.
fried there.
And this is someone who's flying. He's
Yeah,
not
man.
just training. He finished everything.
Wow.
So you can see. So yeah. So maybe that's why it's also strong.
Yeah.
We have a strong license.
Yeah,
So like
I was
you'll
thinking
be
about that as well,
recognized, be like, ah.
75% isn't easy.
Hey.
Yeah.
75% isn't easy.
To get
For
no.
any, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yo,
Yeah,
maybe
but-
maybe the parents are proud. Ne?
Yeah.
Because it's not every day that you can get 75. Yeah, so when the paper is hard, but then sometimes you're getting 90s there. So yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
more of like multiple choice, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's multiple choice, but tricky. They can give you 3 correct answers. They want you to choose the most correct one.
Imagine.
All of them are correct, but choose the most
Yeah.
correct one here.
Yeah, you can imagine.
Yeah.
So, like, writing time isn't actually long. Maybe
Depends
like,
on the paper. Yeah.
Yeah, from exam to exam. I know, let's say, like the instrument rating exam, which has 100 questions, could be, I think it's 2 hours 30, 2 hours 45. Yeah, but then you get smaller exams like the PPO human performance,
Yes,
which is 30 or 45 minute
yeah, I
exam.
think,
Yeah.
So it's dependent on what exam you're doing that day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, now I know it's the wind. Yeah, actually, this side is normally the
Actually,
wind.
they say that
Yes.
PE,
Yeah.
when you fly in PE, you can
Yeah.
fly anywhere because look at this.
The
You
wind
take,
is
you
always
take off.
there.
You take off. It was nice and calm. You're coming back. Hey, this thing is.
Now you
throwing
have what you cross wind.
But you need to come back because what do you do? You can't just stay there. So
Yeah. Yo, and is it when you're coming into land? I think it's crosswind. I think it's crosswind landing.
Yeah,
so
that's when the wind's coming from your side. Yeah.
So now, how do you guys like? Actually, do you love actually coming up against that or?
It is challenging, of course. You always want
not
to be
something
given
you
a
can
challenge.
enjoy.
Yeah. But like,
you
yeah,
have to-
with practice you get better at
and
it.
you have to come back. You don't have a choice. You can't
You have to
sleep.
come
You have
back.
to come back.
Yo, and you can't start. It's not a game. This.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not a
but there's a
game.
saying that it's always better to be down here wishing you are up
Up
there
there.
than up there
They're
wishing you're
you
down here.
Yeah.
Ah.
Because of course, when you're coming into London, it is looks like it's going to be a tricky landing. You don't want to hurt people that you're carrying or hurt yourself. Actually, again, we say what landing you can walk away from is a good landing.
Yeah.
So,
Has there ever been an accident?
yeah, there have been accidents. I don't think we can. We've heard about even accidents, not just like here, but even in Joburg, what everywhere. Yeah. You have to be just honest with yourself and know what you're doing. Of course, you have to practice. That's why we are here, of course, to learn from mistakes. Yeah, even I've been in like an incident where I thought that this was crazy, but you just have to live with it and learn from that. Yeah.
And you guys ever say like whenever you have like your smooth touch to landing, like you guys like.
And now that's real aura. That's real aura. You feel the aura.
You
Yeah.
guys accomplish yourself. This one's so proud.
Yeah.
You didn't even hear nothing. Yeah.
You know, when I have a harder landing than usual, you don't sleep.
Even
properly.
start talking to yourself.
Yeah, you're angry with
Yeah.
yourself. But of course, when you butter it,
It's like
now that's a aura. Yeah, for sure.
I want to end it like on an interesting note. But firstly, I just want to say thank you guys for actually sparing your time, and also thanks to the school for allowing us to actually record this podcast. Shout out to Algoape School of Flight. You guys can come in and check them out. They're always available for any inquiries. So I want to end it on a note of a radio call, but now we're actually closing off the podcast in the fashion of a radio call.
Nice.
You guys want to give that maybe like a try?
Nice. Should I be ATC or you be?
Cool.
You can be ATC. You can be ATC. So I'll give it. So you guys behind us is a Zulu Sierra Mike Bravo Papa. So finishing this, we're coming into land runway 26. Zulu Sierra Mike Bravo Papa. Final.
Okay, Mike Bravo Papa clear to land runway 26, winds 260, 15 knots, gusting 20.
Clear to land runway 26, Mike Bravo Papa.